Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Angie Goodas, Wagwan with the Wagwans. Welcome to the Big and Serious podcast. I am your hostess with the mostess, Angie Goodas. I'm me, CM1. I'm me. This, yeah, it's me. And tonight's guest is Planky Don. Woo! One Planky Don in other place. We are going to talk about so many cool things. One topic I really want to get his opinion on is there a lack of unity amongst artists in the dancehall space? Or is it just in Canada? Or is it even a thing? Is it in Jamaica? What are your thoughts? I really want to know. And people chime in. If you have any thoughts or comments, please put your comments in below. Of course, if you're listening through Spotify and SoundCloud, welcome to the building. You can write your comments below the podcast in the comment section. Yeah. Big thanks. What is tonight's serious ting, Angie? Tonight's serious ting is all about change, all aspects of change. Don't be afraid of change. There are three things in life that are very certain: taxes, change, and death. So, hey, change is a thing. We got to embrace it, right? So let's embrace it. I got to say, I love this new black background and wearing a black shirt on the show. Yeah, it is top tier, baby. I love it. How can you find the good as well? You can find me every third Monday at 2 o'clock in the morning. You can find me on the Roots Rock Reggae radio show at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, like I'm in a love sleep or something. I'm in love sleeping. I really love sleep, so I don't know only end up at this. But me not complain because Jaja bless me every time. So yes, big up to Singing P, big up to Mad Vibes, Selector Mad Vibes, Madman, sorry, Selector Madman, Calendar Man, and Brother Cliff. They are on the Roots Rock Reggae radio show on CKUT out of Montreal, 90.3 FM. They're on live. They go live every Monday morning or the night, 1 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock. And every third Monday, I go on the show and do information for the nation at 2 o'clock in the morning. Do I know what we're going to talk about this week? No, I don't know. I'm going to know. It's whatever compels me. I will do it. I have to say big up to my girl, Tracy. You know what? She's my oldest friend. We have been friends since I was 14 years old. And she said to me yesterday, Ange, I love when you wear the red lips. So these red lips are dedicated to you, Tracy, or lively-cated to you. Yeah, thank you for reminding me of the red lips. I like it. So how else can you find me? Of course, you can find me here on the Big and Serious podcast. We go live on Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. And then, the next day you can find us on Spotify and SoundCloud, but we might actually get rid of SoundCloud and do Amazon instead. We're thinking. We'll see Wagwan with the Wagwans. Oh, I see the chat lit up. Justice, up, Wagwan. And actually, big up to Justice Kumari. He is the very first episode that was uploaded on Spotify. I'm gonna give you a sexy hand for that. Yeah, one more time. Wait, one more time. You're deaf? Yes. So that's a really good conversation. So if you missed it, you can catch it. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it on Twitch. You can listen to it on Spotify or on SoundCloud. Yeah. Big up to the TikTok massive. Let me run over there. Wagwan TikTok. Hello. Thank you for the likes, the shares, and all of that lovely, beautiful stuff. Big up to you. And of course, let me run over to Instagram as well. Instagram, yeah, Wagwan. Hello. And I would be so disrespectful if I did not big up my OGs. YouTube, well, actually Twitch before YouTube. Nah lie. Big up to YouTube, my YouTube viewers, my Twitch viewers. You don't know, big love every time. All right, so before we get into this week's serious ting, let me get into that in a second. This week's serious ting is all about change. We're going to talk about change. And I think I already said that, but I'm saying it again. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on... I I'm gonna just, you know what? I'm gonna make it easy for myself. You can follow me on most streaming platforms at Angie Goodas with one Z. And if you're running over to Instagram, it's at Angie Goodas with two Z's. And if you're running over to SoundCloud or Spotify, it's Big and Serious Podcast with Angie Goodas. Yeah, so that's, I think I got all of the stuff out of the way. I think I got all the stuff out. No, I didn't. I got one more thing. It's time for a big up. So each week I'm going to big up a business. If you have a business that you want me to big up, by all means, send me an email, goodas@angiegoodas.com, and let me loud up the ting for someone. So this week it's all about Ludford Shipping. Let me give them a sexy horn. Ludford Shipping, and this is from personal experience. They have been doing work with my family forever. From the Yidamani, it feels like, but they've been in business since 1989, and soon thereafter they started doing things for my parents. So big up to you, Mr. Ludford, and the crew. Them people that work hard, they work really hard. So you can ship things to Jamaica, and you can get them out of Clarendon and out of Kingston. Here in Toronto, if you want to go over to their location, they're at 124 Fenmar Drive in North York. Postal code is M like Mary, N. Oh, sorry, what am I saying? M like Mary, 9, L like Larry, 1, M like Mary, 6. So M, 9, L, 1, M, 6. I was going to say something. I really want Mr. Ludford to come on the show so we can talk about shipping seasons. Come and know, so there are some seasons to ship in. If you want to get your things by Christmas, there's a certain time you have to ship it by. And if you want to get your things by summertime, you have certain times that you have to ship your things. So we're going to beg Mr. Ludford to come on the show and talk about it, like teach us, because, like me as a new person, why me just have a feeling like mama Goodas are going to make me start ship things, I just have a feeling, just feel like said that I go reach my world. And so I need to know the dates. What is the proper dates to ship down my things so that I can get my things, or Mama Goodas can get the things. You see the thing there. So yes, big things. Big up to you, Mr. Ludford Shipping, 124 Fenmar Drive out of North York. Give them a shout. 416-741-4751. Yeah. All right. So, what's a little music? Oh, before I even get into music, I'm going to just open my music app here. I have to say, and he's going to roll his eyes when he watches the show. You see my sexy logo, them? Look upon them real good. Them look sexy, right? There's two of them, and I make them in a one for the show, but it's really two logos. The Big and Serious logo and the Angie Goodas logo. They came from the one and only Wheelie Dunn from Wheelie Dunn Productions. If you want to vibe with him or talk to him, you're going to go to Instagram, _Wheelie Dunn, WHEELIDON _ the producer Wheelie Dunn. The producer Wheelie Dunn? Lord God, Wheelie Dunn. Oh gosh. Just search up Wheelie Dunn. You'll find him. He's one Wheelie Dunn and other players. Oh my goodness. The _producer _Wheelie Dunn. Yes, that's how it goes. So go over to him. And you hear that music? Which actually hits hard when you listen to it loud. Yeah, he made that beat for me. That's my Casamigos rhythm, exclusive to Angie Goodas. And something I'm gonna start asking people that to give me dub plate pan it. Yeah, I need more dub plates. Speaking of dub plates, let me play the one dega little dub plate I have, which is a big dub plate. Big up to Miss Diva on the outside. I will always thank you for my dub plate. Yeah. You don't know. Listen to this.
You don't know, it's a girl, Miss Diva, and right now I'm representing for Big and Serious Podcast with Angie Goodas. When you say Goodas for them, Angie, I want everybody keep it locked. Tune in, watch your girl Goodas, where you can get everything from inner the dancehall, what's going on in your everyday life, and everything in life in general. I want everybody just keep it locked. Log in. You don't know, it's called the Big Bad and Serious Podcast with Angie Goodas. What we say? I wanna be your number one girl. Yeah. Angie, you're only one in this world. Yeah. We're gonna keep it locked right now. Yeah. A diva this. Yeah. You don't know to keep it locked. Big man and serious podcast. Angie Goodaz, large up yourself. I hate that. Miss Diva said that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, mama, like it. I love it real bad, nah lie. Let me run back my rhythm. All right. Actually, I don't even need the rhythm right now. We're gonna play a tune. All right. So big up to this artist, um, Jamaican artist. This song, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not really familiar with this artist, but a streaming platform, and some I'm not gonna really say the names until I start PMA. Pay me to say your name. Pay me and I'll say your name. But this streaming platform actually dropped this song in my discoverables. Anjigodas, you need to discover their music, yeah. And I instantly fell in love. And I don't know that it's a new song, but it's a new song to me. And I'm gonna run it. It is Ayatosh Perfection. It is such a nice song. Listen to the song, people. You have to listen to this, all right? Hold on, let me run my thing. I have to do my little dance, you see me? Yeah, may I learn to dance still, may I bust the dance. Them say if you dance a yard before you can dance abroad, right? So may I learn how to dance. May I bust a 1-2 skank and them way there, Yeah.
My new mantra,
oh Lord,
code the front end,
of course.
Fiverr the back end.
Can we skip the
Thanks
title?
to platforms like Lovable
Let's
and
skip that.
Base for.
Yeah, here you go.
That I've been caught up. That's why you haven't really seen me around here lately. Around my heart was guards up. Wish I was smarter to see how much I really need you around me, baby. I made mistakes that made you draw breaks. You're staring away from the pain of heartache. To blame ya when I'm the one who failed you, darling. You're doing what you gotta do to get through. I'm working on self, do my best to stay true. Though I know I'm not perfect, I'd have to be a fool to think that you're not worth it. Cause every single thing about you, I'm gonna have to ask no question, destiny in your direction, girl.
Not lie, I have to start it again. Oh my goodness. One more time. Let me just run this one more time. Oh my.
This one reaching out to all the lovers in the outside now.
Yeah.
People don't have the relationship got through struggles. But I have to fight for the people you love. Your heart rush. Tell them this right outside.
I'll admit for starters that I've been caught up. That's why you haven't really seen me around here lately. My heart was guards up. Wish I was smarter to see how much I really need you around me, baby. I made mistakes that made you draw breaks. You're staring away from the pain of heartache. Well, who am I to blame ya when I'm the one who failed you, darling? You're doing what you gotta do to get through. I'm working on self, do my best to stay. I know I'm not perfect. I'd have to be a fool to think that you're not worth it. Cause every single thing about you, I'm gonna have to ask no question, destiny in your direction, girl. Everything about you, yeah, you alone wear the crown. Queen in at the scene, some other girl can go round. Woman, I don't know how much you mean to me, you receive the throne. Cause you're dead there from beginning, you believe in the sound. From man asleep on the couch, you never leave me for drown. When me never have a place to live, you share in your home. Nothing but your love to give, your actions speak so profound. You deserve to live it up, cause you've been holding it down. I just wouldn't be here if not for you. Now I will admit there's some things I regret. Still can't believe that my biggest misstep nearly made me lose ya, and I never wanna lose ya. Oh, try to do right, no deny when I'm wrong. I don't wanna fight, so I'm writing this song. Cause I know I'm not perfect, but one thing is for certain, girl, you really deserve it, yeah. Every single thing about you, baby. I mean, I have to ask my question, destiny in your direction, girl. Everything about you. Yeah, yeah. You, girl, you are perfection to me. No, perfection to me. No, 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 no. You, girl, you are perfection to me. Perfection to me. No, never let you go. Never let you go. No way, no way. Oh, baby, you are so perfect to me. You are perfection to me.
I think I gotta work on the fade out of the songs. How do I fade out the songs? Let me stop sharing. Yes, that was Ayatosh Perfection. Can you see why I'm a little bit obsessed with the song? I'm a little bit obsessed with the song, not gonna lie. Big up yourself, Ayatosh. Might be any for forward, so you can't chat about the tune. All right, so let's get into this week's serious ting. We're talking about change. So like I said before, change is something that is just inevitable in life. Like you're gonna experience some type of change. And if you're like me, you know, you have to kind of tiptoe your way into the change. You have to be like, all right, I'm gonna just work with this change. Let me hold on. There we go, as we get into our serious thing segment. So change is just one of those things that it's going to happen. It's going to happen in life, and it's how do you handle the change as it comes. And there's so many different ways that things can change. Like you could be the person that actually creates the change. So maybe you decide, like, you know what, I'm gonna just change. Like for example, I changed. I'm gonna be a little overly transparent right now, but it is what it is. All right. So I had to change my perspective or perspective of my hairline. Yeah. I had to change my thought process on my hairline because for the longest time, the good as did not have a hairline. And no, it wasn't because I did weaves or wigs or all of those things. My hairline just decided one day that it was going to leave, and it left, and it left for a long time. And I struggled with that. Like, as I look back through my pictures over the years, I was always doing something to hide the hairline. The hairline was always hidden. And I went to a party almost a month ago now. I went to a party about a month ago, and I was talking to this nice young lady. I can't remember her name right now, but big up to you, sister. Big up yourself, sister. She told me my hair was beautiful. She said she really loved my hair. And then we started talking about various things. And of course, we started talking about okrawata. That is another conversation for another day, people. If you don't know about okrawata, you need to research that, especially ladies. Actually, ladies and men, but ladies, look for me real good. SoundCloud and Spotify, listen to me real good. Okrawata? Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. So she said to me, I said something about my hairline along the lines of not having one. and my hair happened to be like kind of up, but like you could kind of see the hairline. I was trying to do some strategic hairstyle so that the hairline wasn't so out there in the world, just looking vulnerably at everyone. And she said, "What are you talking about? You have a full hairline." And I was like, "No, I don't." And she was like, "Yes, you do. I would love to have a hairline as full as yours." Yeah. And I had to change my thought process on my hairline, which has now started to change the way I do my hair. So if you are privileged, or if you've chosen, let me not say privileged, if you have chosen to spend your time watching me right now, you will see that my hair is up in a bun, a messy bun, but a Rastafarian bun because I got locks. I'm not a Rasta, so it's a lock. I'm not. Anyway, whatever. The hairline is out, is what I'm trying to say. Change. I had to change. Somebody actually, there's my guest. Somebody actually had to tell me, good as you have a hairline, in order for me to change the way that I thought about my hair and actually look at, and look, you can't see it like, yeah, man, it did it. So I'm very happy about that. But change is something that is just, it's a part of life. It's guaranteed to happen. And before I get to speaking to my guest, one planky down another please, I'm going to give you the definition of change. Change, alter, vary, modify, means to make or become different. Change implies making either an essential difference, often amounting to a loss of original identity, or a substitution of one thing for another. Change. All right, Planky, are you ready to come on camera? Thumbs up if you're ready. Blessings. All right. I am going to bring my guest on. Hello, hello, hello.
Greetings, greetings.
How are you, sir?
Not bad, you.
I'm, I'm blessed. I can't complain. Cannot complain at all, at all. I see you're outside enjoying this beautiful weather.
Yeah, I'm outside in the side yard.
Oh, you're in the side yard. I love it. But the
Mm.
side yard looked upful. It looked very upful.
For real.
So do you maintain the yard? Is that your job?
It's an effort,
It's a,
everybody.
oh, okay. Oh, I like that. It's a group
I
effort.
can't take it on to myself. That's not cool.
It's like, no, no. We don't suffer around here. No, no. We share that. We share the effort.
Yeah.
I love that. It's a group effort. So, people, if you don't know, I am talking to Planky Dan, one Planky Dan in other place. I don't know why I always say that after I say your name, but there is only one Planky Dan in other place. So, I mean, I'm not
On the
lying.
Anki Pang, Sapa Dan Palaski.
So, you are a dancehall artist, a reggae artist, songwriter. I feel like some of your music also has like a little hip hop flair to it too.
Yeah, I do some fusion stuff.
Yeah, I pick up on the fusion as well. How long have you been in the music game?
Too long, but I want to say I've been involved in the music from a young days when going school, you know what I mean? And Lee Scratch Perry is my uncle for the record. So I growing up always see him on the TV, aspired. And being a man always become my artist. And then I'm a twin, so I'm a twin always argue over Bunty and Beanie, you know what I mean? So I realized that growing up, we used to try to mock Zebra, DJ two style of a Beanie Man, mock Bunty Killer, and you know what I mean? And I realized that no, people them love my vibe, and that's where it started.
Oh wow. Wait, you threw a lot of gems into that answer. So first of all, your uncle is Lee Scratch Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's big things. Big wow. That's really cool. So watching him, like, did he used to take you into the studio with him, or was it just like you got to see him performing?
No,
How did he
no,
start to influence?
I actually grew up seeing him on the TV while my mom always telling me that's your uncle. And
Oh,
then
that's
when I
cool.
was 18, 19, I actually met him at my great grandma's house.
Oh
That's how
wow.
I get to meet him.
That's really cool. I love that. And then you mentioned that you're a twin.
Yeah.
So are you both locked?
Pardon?
Does your twin also have locks or no?
Yeah, man, I'm
I'm just
from Rasta family, you know.
Rasta family. Okay.
Mhm.
So which one of you is Team Bounty and which one of you is Team Beanie?
I'm Team Beanie and I'm a Team Bunty.
Okay.
Bunty have to be general, but I always Team Beanie.
I side with your twin on this one. Bounty all the time. I mean, Bounty every time. Bounty killer. Big up yourself.
Mhm.
Price. Grand Godzilla. Yes.
God,
Um.
Godzilla.
Yes. And big up Beanie Beanie of don't know. You the girl them
Wagwan.
should beat up to you all the time. um. So and this is like the perfect segue because one thing I want to talk to you about because I see you do various posts. People, if you are not following him, maybe if I had use, I would actually have how people can follow you up on the screen. So let me do that right now. Silly me. So you can follow Planky Don on Instagram at Planky Don, all one word. So
And TikTok on all social media. Planky
on
Dan.
all Planky Don on all social media platforms. Let me get it straight. So I've seen you posting about artists and various things. So my question for you is, um, oops, I lost it. Hold on. Lot of mercy. All right. Oh, hold on. All right. Um, you said you segued into there. So do you feel that there is a lack of unity amongst artists in the dancehall space?
I would say there's a lot of unity in it, but it's how we analyze it, or we approach it, you know.
Explain. What do you
Um, for me, as Planky Dan, I was going by Box Nature and a lot of artists, right? So a lot of personality,
mean?
knowing other artists around, don't mean everybody, right?
Hmm.
And then I realized that some things can be mistrued, or sometimes, let's say this, you're in a class, right?
Hmm.
You go to school with your friends, but even when you sit down beside your friend, the end of the day when exam time come, you can't depend on your friend. You got to have to graduate from your own, right? Your own
Hmm.
mark, your own score. So I look at it like that. You don't lack a unity. Some of the more player ahead, I think they more want to see more out of what are they gonna mess with, what are they gonna run with, what are they gonna, so they have a thing with them say go and put in the work, and a lot of people take it the wrong way. For example, I have a lot of songs, but people sing cheers. No,
Hmm.
cheers make me sit in a lot of room, but may not sit around the table, right?
Ooh,
Right. So I said that it depends on where you use the line unity. You know what I mean?
I get it. So
Mhm.
do you find that like people will they're louding up cheers? Is it a case where they're like, you know, I'm only gonna give you a little piece of this loud up, like I'm only gonna big you up a little bit because I need to save most of it for myself? Like, do you think that's their thought process?
No, the narrative. What I'm trying to say to answer your question is that not even about people. I'm trying to say self-driven and self-belief as an artist, right? If I should sit here as Planky and say, "Oh, there's no unity," where what would I call is the unity where I know there's a lot of show, a lot of artists living good, we're not living bad, we're not seeing each other and fighting each other. Okay?
Hmm.
And then you have a next set of artists is like, oh, them people that they on their show, then in the party, them people that, oh, me not depend this, I'm not depend that. For example, but when you check their artwork or their songs, you don't really, and I don't want to be the one to even say like this, because I am Planky and I do a lot of songs where people don't even accept neither. But I'm just trying to say I use cheers for example to say
Hmm.
that you may get in the room, but you're not around the table. But once I get in the room, things can go, right? So if I'm talking about unity and I know I'm around a lot of artists, I don't have to call like point on anyone. A lot of artists, everything they have in common. Yo, them bad mind me, they don't want me boss me the baddest thing me I put kind up on the map. But when I check the work ethic, so for example, let's call some name around here long time. Like a Blessed, a Esco, a Diamond, like just some few names. Not meant to
Right,
call it, but just to call some name.
right.
They get June or whatever it is, it's still a mark. and the plus, right? So when
Mhm.
they're looking into the space, like on a Planky, like on say I'm talking to you as an artist there, for example, a
Mhm.
hummingbird, a lot of people that working and we're
Mhm.
just singing music, but we don't find a song like Cheers can come in the room. We may not sit on the table, but get in the room can also get you to go, yes, expand more. So you start to see things different, see things in different light than take it literal, like, okay, people don't like me, people are fight me, people are this, but it's more of a more work, understanding, and sometimes we bust some things and don't have the full understanding of it. You know what I mean? So the
Yes.
word that word, I careful how I use it. There's unity, you know.
Mhm.
Unity
Mhm.
is not when it's beneficial for others. You know what I mean?
Mm. You know what? I actually like that. It's like a reverse. It's like you've reverse engineered unity because if you unify yourself in the sense of the work you want to do, so what your goal is, the work you put into that goal, and how portray yourself or execute the goal, then you are building up reggae. And if every other artist does the same thing, they are building up reggae in their own way, which will then have it as like this strong thing coming up out of, let's say, out of Canada, for instance, right?
Yeah.
I get it. I get
For
it.
example, I am Planky, but Esco Levi put me on his show. But there's other artists who would say, oh, Esco never put me on a show. Esco never tried to help me. Esco never tried to do that, right? So
Mhm.
is to say that's what I'm trying to say. It's all we use the word unity. Unity is what? Like where artists are getting fight, we're getting all down, or what is it, Because
Mhm.
we're in Canada is not our first and country that like Jamaica that take dancer like UK and these stuff. But we work so hard here, which we can debate that all over and over. But what are we gonna do? We're gonna give up?
Mhm.
Are we
I
gonna
get.
try to create a wave instead of to say people are fighting or you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or we just try to grow with others? Which one?
Yeah,
That I
we
think okay, let's use grow with each other would be the unity.
yes. Yeah. And I have to take a moment, like as you say that, I have to take a moment to big up Reggae North Radio, who then created Reggae North Music Awards, something for Canadian artists by Canadian artists, picked up out of Jamaica and put into Canada. But regardless, like created a space for us to have our thing, because for a while, let's be honest, it happened. The Juno said, we don't want to talk about reggae. We don't want to give an award for that. And it wasn't until there was an uproar about it that they then said, "Oh, okay, you know what? We're just kidding. We're gonna highlight reggae still. We'll have a reggae award." But out of that conversation, Reggae North was like, "You know what? We should have our own. Why don't we have our own thing that nobody can take away?" So I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I love that perspective. And it's funny because it reminds me of a conversation I had when I was at Big Up to Jerkfest, TD Jerkfest. I was at TD Jerkfest, and they wanted to know why. There was a person that wanted to know why the podcast I was working with at the time was doing interviews as like the forefront, and not them. But it's like maybe there's something that they need to change in their platform. I'm just saying maybe they need to take a look at themselves and see what they're doing and how they do things in order to get to the table, so to
Yeah.
speak, because they were in the room. And I mean, if you think about it, they were in the room and the same people we were interviewing, they were interviewing too. So instead
So
of saying, you
count in
sing
your
great,
blessings,
count your
count your blessing
blessings.
on that angle and grow and maybe come and say, okay, Angie, what can I do? Can us work, calibrate on something and maybe our next idea forward, you know what I mean? But if we keep constantly think about proving and oh, but and it don't make sense because the end of the day, we are stuck at one place trying to get it up.
Exactly. Exactly. You mentioned her. I love her. She's my sign gang, Empress Lele. The CM picture I know, oh, it's like amazing. She's your first lady. So your leading lady, not your first lady. She is your lady, right? And you've collaborated with her on numerous occasions. So I'm curious, what is the process for you both, as a couple to then be like, okay, we're gonna make a song together? Like how does that come together? How does that work?
Okay, should we tell you I'm I don't know how to explain it. Where she call me again? She call me so many names, but for me, I look in the space of the music, right, and I want to do something different. And at first, I'm saying this. And
Hmm.
if you go back and listen to all the tracks with me and her, you know, there's a storyline, and it's all about relationship, you know, breaking up, cheating, and stuff. Because you saw that the music over the years turned to done not show all these type of stuff. You know what I mean? And every female thing they have to go to and some have it tight this stuff the boss and you know say some type of stuff which we are man we love to hear it, but it's not for me with an empress now at my side, you know, I wanted to do something different. So each time you know approach is us always trying to connect the dots where even you were interviewing me can relate, you know, to my story or to the story that we sing. So that's where me and I are connecting in that side. And it's always most time of a bad energy. Or maybe we're just confusing there, or we just fussy. And you know, I'm the one just have to find something to intrigue or something. I'm just forward back and it just always work in our chemistry. Every single moment of these songs we have a story for it because it just
Hmm.
come from a space, you know. Mm.
That's really cool. So you'll take the you'll take the energy and then you'll create a song with it. And that song could be any subject, but you're like, you know what? We got this energy going on. Let's make this. Let's make a song.
Yeah. But me always be the one 'cause I'm a jovial person, so you know, I hate we hot, but me I try laugh about stuff and she get more upset. So, you know,
Mm,
me fine. So when me forward that day when I head cold, I say, listen this, I just say you're funny. Then me know it's a goal.
yeah, I like that. So are you always thinking of songs?
Every day.
Really?
You know, life for me, I don't have to write a full song every day, but I play with words. I play with thoughts. I try to freestyle, you know. I just try to exercise my brain skill, you know?
Hmm. Keep it moving. They say if you don't use it, you're gonna lose it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna fasten your business now. Um, when you are getting these thoughts or these downloads of songs to do you write them on paper or do you store it digitally? How do you keep that? How do you
I
maintain
have
the
so
flow?
much books in my house with lyrics and my critics. And then to be honest, I lately really let me start to write my lyrics out. Over the time, I always actually just freestyle my lyrics. I go to the studio and click, click, click. I listen to the rhythm, da 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 da, and then we heard. Remember, you know, if I know if she didn't tell you that, but I'm the one that bring her in the music. So for her to get it, we actually have to write it out. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And then writing, realize that we can always remove this and remove that and play it words and just get more intrigue in writing. You know what I
mm.
mean? And then I have a bridge in Jamaica named Yabel, big him up. And I
Yeah,
want to
Bill.
make well, yeah, I want to inspiration too because more time I make some song. I'm say, Yabel, where you feel about this? I say, oh, dad, I'm not feel like no change, just change that. I mean, give me an idea and you know what I mean? It work like that. So, you know, big up the one them make me friends them to around me, will give me energy like literal. Me can run them and vibes and just build a song. Me day can be a fun day and great music forward. Cause I have loved ones around me, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I love that. So then, do you find that freestyling versus sitting there and cultivating or creating a song, like writing it out? First of all, first question: is it easier to perform a song that you have freestyled, or is it easier to perform a song that you have written out the lyrics for? That's my first question.
It's easy to perform any song I written. Freestyle, written because it's coming from you.
So, like memory wise, you're like, it's in me.
Yeah.
It's okay. And once you hear
Like I
the
have songs back in the days where a lot of people think I write, but I didn't write them. I just go to the studio and just vibe, you know?
okay, you have to give us an example.
Like Lockwood City. Um, for instance, like you talk up to the time song right now.
Any song, like, but you any like you said, you're saying some of your earlier songs, people
Okay,
thought
I
you
have sung back
that
in
you
the days, you know, more grimy like them in the business for so long and can bust Amos. Hide underwater like walrus draft us. No boy can page if he call us star rusty that you know man a war bus. No chattings, no stabbings, no scar cuts. Like the, you know, songs
like
like
you
those.
freestyle that.
Pardon?
I said, and you freestyled that.
Yeah, all those stuff. King me
Wow.
cool up, me still there. Thing ready fi sting there. Why like what's it a sting brother? Stone me no fling brother. Them say me have wings now. You know, all those songs I never written them.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I've always said like you're such a lyricist. Like you just when I sit there and I listen to your songs, I'm like, yo, this he's dropping gems. Like there's actually a message in the song, you know.
Yeah.
Even just now I was putting on my makeup and I was playing oh my goodness, what was the name of the song? It's on my stories. I used it as one of my stories on Instagram, let me tell you. But you were like, um, love of self is mental health, something along those lines, and then love of others is true wealth. You said something along those lines, and I was like, what?
Oh, happy people, you're talking about happy
Happy
people stuff.
people.
Okay, and that and if you listen cheers, you know that is a duping like I literally try to connect the data for cheers because people play that song so much. And I
Hmm.
wanted to play back with that sound. So that's the closest I get to it, you know. If you listen to that rhythm and cheers, you realize there's a thing in common there. Happy
They're like,
people, cheers, cheers, you know.
mm. So a real DJ would be like, yo, you know, so me I go mix them two song, yeah,
Yeah,
right?
so that's where the vice from because I'm like, yo, cheers. People are sing cheers, man. We are happy people, you know. Ain't no more. Love is the word in the Ivy world, you know.
Mm. I love that. I love that. Oh, people, seriously, you have to like sit down and listen to the lyrics of Planky's music because there's messages there, and they'll get like for me, they hit me like at the most random times. I could be driving and I'm listening to one of your tunes, and then a lyric hits me, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, and then I have to like play it back a little bit and be like, okay, Planky, I see you.
Yeah, yeah. For
So
real,
it's
I rewrite our song from a place, you know what I mean? Remember, we're entertaining, but also we want people to feel us, you know what I mean?
yes,
And we can't be out here beating people's style and try to be like people. So it's just as you said, it's about try to grow. So when someone like that's Planky, you know, you build a fan base like Bojo or Beanie, anybody, you know what I mean? So that's the mark. I'm still driving, I ain't burning out yet, so that's the drive, you know what I mean? The goals to
yeah.
grow and be a whole soul, you know?
So at what point you said people like artists can't be biting other artists' styles, but if you think about it, even like Bounty says, there was a artist that he tried to be like everybody tries to be like an artist. So at what point in the game do you think an artist should then stop trying to be like someone and use their own voice and go forward? Like
Okay, there are
what does
certain things evidently, right?
mhm.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. What you say? Let
No,
me
no, go
finish
ahead.
here. No, there's certain things that can evidently, like, you know, for example, if you listen to a song like Cheers, right?
Hmm.
And you heard someone come back with a rhythm close to the rhythm and the flow same way. You may not tell a cheers, but it might tell about breath, but the rhythm knocking same way, the keys and maybe change a chord. That would be a knockoff of your original work. That would be disrespectful to your body of work. And then it's not about someone taking that and come out and say, you know, Planky inspire me or Angie inspire me like Ubuntu would have say Shaba inspire him. Then
Hmm.
if that be the case, you would have reached out to the artist before you even tried to record it and the rhythm
Yeah.
or knock over. So there are
Yeah.
certain levels to the thing where my event, like for example, I don't know if you're going off my media, like certain stuff I utter, certain stuff
Yeah.
is more personal to me, you know. Cause
Mm.
if I trust an artist and we decided we're gonna work together and I send you my demo and my rhythm, my idea when you don't have any, and then I'm on your thing. You duplicate my rhythm. You basically turn around my song and you think you're being clever. And then I see you go again and I see a female which is in Toronto here, drop her a song. And you do the same thing. You're taking her melody and you only put out maybe 20 seconds of it. You're not being cool. Is not being genuine. So,
Yeah.
so that's where I was coming from. I can't talk about other things, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
coming from a space where if you're gonna be an artist, just be real. You know,
Mhm.
don't be, you know, beating people's style. And act like you're the shit or you're this or you're that. Cause enough of the real trying to reach and none of us bust it. So
Yeah.
you ain't more than no one. No one more than no one enough of the if I want to level it down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's wow. And it's funny. I guess I can say I used to manage an artist. I just recently decided I had to make a change and decide not to manage the artist anymore. But even with the artist that I was managing, watching her navigate music as she makes ideas and she creates songs. For example, she would send me something and she'd say, Angie, what do you think of this? And then I'd listen to it, I'd give her my comments, and she'd delete it right away. Not that she thinks I'm gonna like take it and give it to other people, but because she has to be so protective of it because other people will hear her ideas and, like you said, take it and run with it. And next thing it's their song, and it's like, wait a minute, I didn't even finish writing my song, but it was my song, you know.
Yeah, you know what I
Um,
mean?
so I think like in that sense, it's really it's sad, really. And that but the problem is that happens in so many other areas of life. Sometimes even
Okay.
for me, I'm afraid to say like, okay, this artist is coming on my show. Like if you notice, maybe 48 hours or less, I'll be like, this person's coming on my show because it always feels like somebody else is gonna have a show like the day before mine, and they're gonna grab that artist and they're gonna talk about all the stuff I wanted to talk about, and then it's like, well, damn.
Yeah, but for me, Planky, you shouldn't think like that. You should be one Angie, and when I go in the space, it's my moment, my time. Doesn't matter who, trying to do. Because that's how I think with my music. That's why these artists, they can't stand me because I'm in their face every day, whether they like me or not. You have to believe in yourself, right? And you got to push yourself. A lot of artists will say they are the bodies, but put in the work, grow up. The unity too, for example, like I heard you say something like the juniors, right? For Reginald to come in, his goal should just be about doing what he's doing, not even bringing Jonah into the thing. You get what I'm trying to say? Like those are the narrative why I speak or I speak.
Mhm.
Because in a sense like that, it'd be like there's a agenda there to outshine somebody then, for example, right? I don't want to say it's that, But
No, I know, but I understand what you're
right?
saying. Like for
Yeah.
example.
And for Planky here, I can be a hypocrite because I submit my music things maybe where you don't know of in last year, Jonah, right?
Mhm.
There's artists that I produce, songs was in that competition as well, and I was there. And I record a song for John I Records and the what's that rhythm name again? ELI rhythm, something like that. And
Mhm.
never sang on the rhythm name. He failed us, but that compilation, John I get a award for that compilation, which is good, right? I was on
Mhm.
that one. But what
Mhm.
really happened when rubbed me wrong, to be honest, because we're doing an interview and if we were talking about unity, then I best me bring it up.
Mhm.
Submit my songs and the same cheer songs. He told me that the judge and the people them on the board decided that the song didn't meet the criteria. The song is off key, this,
Off key.
that, whatever, you know.
Okay.
So I didn't take that well, and that's the only reason why I didn't submit this year because you see, music grow on people, and if he in the space as what he's saying and doing the right thing, then he should be looking all time high and see the artists that really actually active and really out there doing the thing, right? Instead of
Yeah.
you're gonna write off my song and somebody that engage in lyrical battle with me, we don't have the body of work or even do as much body of work than like me in
Mhm.
the business. You come and give him an award over Planky when me produce. So that's showing me like when you coming from some personal vendetta. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when I say it no, it's coming like I'm ignorant, sorry, but it's just the truth. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So that's why I said I just try to keep my perseverance and keep it going. Great work for me. I keep it going and I would not here sit down and bash them or disrespect them neither. Just
Mhm.
keep doing it too. If I next year come and me feel for submit, me submit. But for me, I don't feel that love because Cheers is my song that everyone play everywhere I go.
Yeah,
And
I
me
hear it
sing
all
a
the
lot of song. So if he running the thing, cause I know that him take other artists and put in the thing, everybody talk. So you should see that I'm active and put my song in it because you guys write it off last year. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna run down. So those are little stuff. Maybe I'm saying it. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
people think I'm personal, but it's not personal. You
Mm-hmm.
know, try to touch it up of unity. So I just come back with that point, you know. So I
Mm-hmm.
love them and everything, but I just chose not to push my lyrics in it this year, you know?
Mm-hmm. Do
Yeah.
you think that award shows, in your opinion, which award show is better? One where people actually vote, like the fans, the audience
I
votes for
actually
it,
like the
or
vote
is you like the votes better?
because and you know, you can't trick your real people them with no robot business neither. You get what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
more valuable because a lot of artists really and truly they have no pull. They ain't bringing out no fans. They might
Yeah.
maybe getting the stuff and all the act league, but they're actually not bringing out no one. And that's the truth. I don't want to be the one to say, but it's the facts. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So.
the street don't know them like a ISIS and a Planky them. The people them
Mm-hmm.
don't know them, they don't familiar with them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
so it look illusional sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And as me say, I ain't here bashing anyone. Like for example, I win Rasta Fest years ago. But every time I try to see Masani promote a show, for example, I'm not gonna scare to call name because if I talk about unity, this is what need to fix. So
Yeah.
when I reach out back to shows, they're telling me to do competition, go through channel of contesting.
But why should you have to do that if you already won?
Okay. So I was saying to one of my producer the other day, which was 7 gates, I said, why me invest my money to do the music, like go to the studio, record the music, and then also invest to do a music video is to display my talent.
Mm-hmm.
No, me don't bigger than a showcase. There's people you're gonna have to work with, but there's a time and place for everything, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I reached out to Drug Fest the other day. Yeah, I think it was them, and they telling me some competition thing again, and that's yes, me put out the clip or me speak the other day again. Like, what
Mm-hmm.
does do? Cause I'm putting out the work, I'm active, and if you watch, even like I'm so like I'm one of the trending person in Canada. I don't know about no one else.
Yeah.
If you go on all the dancehall stream in Jamaica, you type in Planky, the Rick Storm, this, that, they talk about me here. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't see why window and not for the shows, why I have to be going through competition,
Yeah.
showcase and all those stuff. I don't like that.
I'll be honest. I typed in Planky Dunn because I was like, okay, let me grab a bio or something to do a proper introduction, and like all of these things popped up with you, like songs and like videos and like all kinds of things. So it's like, yeah, if you are already, I never really understood the competition thing, and maybe I probably need to like get a panel of, maybe I should get a panel of like these festival and show people together and have a show where we talk about these things, because what at what point does an artist stop having to compete to be on a show,
That's what I'm saying. Like I
right?
come here, just name the artists that come here to Canada. Actian keep one chance and can Actian himself call me out on his live bands and give me a set. What more approval people need? Baby
Hmm.
Sham come here, me perform with Baby Sham. I perform on so many shows with Popcorn, every call the names, Maxi
Yeah,
Priest, name it all.
yeah,
What more showcase I need? I come second place in Rastafest. So why every time I reach out to those people, they don't put me on show? Little Jamaica, they told me that I'm late. Do all these little stuff.
yeah. It doesn't make
Then,
sense.
and I can't be a hypocrite when I'm listening Motor and I listen to her interview, which is Masani.
Hmm.
She said something on the interview that she changing the culture where she just want the culture of Rasta, the levity. But if at that she's portraying, then at that she should say here, than have us trying to send her a flyer, try to use showcase to us to compete to bring people to your place.
Yeah, that's
Because that's how I take it as an artist when I heard you and Mota Baruka speaking
hmm
like that. And not
hmm
for them under that thing where them say them a Rasta, them a wolf.
hmm
A wolf and a sheep clothes, them and a Rasta, they don't know no Rasta principle, they don't come from a Rasta background, they don't know
hmm
nothing but spiritual realm.
hmm So true. What are they? Fashion dreads. I mean, I'm gonna say it. I am a fashion dread. I don't know the full workings of Rastafarian life and
Uh,
all that, right?
None of us not gonna know the full thing, but enough of us grow in it, and some know more than some. But
Hmm.
some of us that grow in it can know the knockoff them we are portrayed to be.
Yes, I get it. I get it.
You get what I'm saying?
I
So when
get
I
it.
hear up and Moot and she a talk about too much years and Rastafari and USA, we have to build up Canada dancehall. And that she need to build up. You build up a Rasta theory and music then in a Canada because UK at the world right now. So just
Yeah.
because they're gonna live in a state, there's some more artists that come out in the USA.
Yeah.
The people them
Yeah.
and even the social medias them in a Canada, and if you start black about the artists them in a Canada, them are black about everybody else.
I know that part is interesting for me. I know for me, I decided um if I'm playing like, and I'm not one of those podcasts that plays music all the time. I don't do that. There's more talking in my podcast than music, but I always decided if I'm playing 5 songs, maybe I'll play one international song, but the other 4 songs have to come from Canadian artists because this is
You
where I
know?
live, right?
Yeah, man. So, that's those are the little stuff. Maybe some people hear me and take it personal, but I'm not for me, I'm not hurting over here. I'm good. I'm just trying to say if I have to speak, these are the little stuff like the radio personnel, like the Kerry Mullins, most of them, I know they're doing a lot of good work, but stop trying to be close to artists. Try stop to own artists, manage artists, because that's what mashing up the thing. Because each time you put yourself to a person, like say you forward around me,
Mhm.
I don't know you, but we sit down, for example, we may watching a TV, we may be at the bar drinking a juice that become an energy attract, we may talk. Then maybe
Yeah,
tomorrow become our next virgin, then we may change numbers so become friend.
yeah,
So that's same thing. So when they do this with 5 artists, and then 5 artists left from around them or one artist left from around them with the wrong narrative, it just keep things bitter. You get what I'm saying? So if for a radio personnel, try not to control artists. Try to
yeah,
do your job as a radio personnel. And
yeah,
these are why enough of them don't want to play Planky because I thought the truth because that's how I know it goes in Jamaica. The disc jockey them play music. They
hmm
don't try to own artists and tell them I manage artists and this and art. Because when you do that, you start holding 5 and 6 more artists.
that's right. That's right. It's so funny. I really feel like we were completely. I promise you, I'm not making this up. Like we were completely meant to speak today because, and I'm just gonna say it. Maybe people will be upset, but I'm whatever. I'm just gonna say it. So literally last night, I reached out to Miss Diva and I said to her, "I cannot be your manager anymore. I can't manage you anymore." Because I don't want to be an artist manager. That was never something I wanted to do. She approached me to be her manager. So I was like, that was never something I wanted to do. And B, I want to be able to focus on my own brand. But there were times when I would be on my show and I'm playing music and I'm like, well, I manage Miss Diva, so I should play a Miss Diva song. But maybe there's other songs that I want to play. So for me, I found that it felt like a conflict of interest, right? So I had to be
And
like,
that's the
okay,
truth. If we got to fix things, that's where it come from. And that's how we build things and create things to happen. So that's
mhm,
why that's the better here I'm speaking from, not malicious. Because a lot of people take things to they just listen to react, but don't try to get the perspective from where I'm coming from. You know what I mean?
right, that's right. So yeah, it's. I know for me, I feel like this space, like I feel like if I'm not tied to an artist, it's easier for me to now navigate through this world that I'm trying to
Because
be in.
no, you're doing your job. Maybe you're messing with 10 artists, but this artist break out and like, Diva, I want to bring you on tour. That lift up your brother, because one side artist, then the next 10 artists. Who is this Miss Diva? And
Hmm.
it's always energy. Acting teach me that. I
Hmm.
Acting told me one chance show I was reaching out for the people them for a month. Like I want to get on the show, they telling me go and put in the work. That was the word. Go and put in the work.
But what does
Next
that
time,
mean?
next time, da. And I don't
Um,
know, the more side just let me go run a house a jerk. Me and Empress decide say she know want to cook that evening everything, so we're gonna eat some food off the road.
oh, I love House of Jerk. Big up House of
See,
Jerk.
yeah, bless them up. Take a sip. So
Yeah.
we forward over there and see excitement that we're going to go look at I acting. Then he familiar
Mm.
with me now. Never know, you know, but it's a life work. He familiar with me, man say, yo, artist, but that USA you live. Me I look at him, so you know me an artist, cause you don't know him I acting, right?
Yeah, you're like, how you
So
know me?
yeah, you know, Planky that, right? But he must same time I live in the USA and thing. And that's all me I said to him now, so you know, I was trying to get on the show, but the people might tell me say next time I'm going to put in the work. You know what acting look at me and tell me? Don't make nobody ever tell you you can't.
Ooh,
When she tell you you can't, go at the show, push up yourself, and go at the stage and try to get the mic. You know,
ooh,
am I showing a king? I'm gonna say, yeah, I'm true because I'm no me over speaker and say, me no even pull up. That me said to him. I say, no, I'm
ooh.
right, sure. I'm gonna say, King, forward at the show. I swear, him never tell me I go call me up. Never tell me say I go make me perform nothing. We going at the show. We may in the middle of the show. I mean, never exaggerate. Maybe in the middle of the show, I don't know. Oh, him a look down at the crowd and see which part we there in the corner or whatever it is. You know, him want to come down there and end up a perform, him jump up on with table and start mash up the place. Him go some bam and touch by my shoulder and say, what, go up on the stage. Me look up at him and say, go up on the stage. But walk up and go up there. That there go the lady where I tell me say I can't perform. Did they look at me with a stern face? And I decide, say, yo, me know, say, me nah hear that was a while ago now. 2 times my brother touched me from my shoulder, say, push up what I say, you know. And none
Yeah.
of them get me off here stage. So I just walk and take time and sidestep her. So that between two speakers, they lean forward, you know.
Uh-huh.
So, him call me out and I perform and him tell me, say, don't ever make nobody tell you you can't king.
I
You know
love
what I
that.
mean? So that was a lesson. So I big him up. I acting, you know.
Big up. Let me give him a sexy horn. Big up I Octane for that. That is like, yeah, man. That's oh, you gave me goosebumps. That's amazing. But you know what? It's so true. Like, man, we just can't let people tell us that we can't do things. You got to just do it. If you want it, you got to just go get it. You know.
Yeah, you know.
Big up to Alvinal. She says blessings. Big up yourself. Yeah, one Alvinal.
Great things. Bless up yourself.
Mhm. And big up to TikTok for all the likes. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Um,
TikTok.
TikTok. You know what? Every time I hear TikTok, Cartel's song flies in my head every single time. It's like,
TikTok that don't
okay.
stop. Cartel.
Big up to Cartel, who's doing big things, like you said. Um, all right. So we're gonna change now. We're actually gonna pivot here. So tonight's topic is change, and you've done a major change with your hair, and you have started over with the locks.
Yeah.
What caused that, if you don't mind my asking?
I smile. You don't know me feel inside. Smile through the pain when things ain't going right. Can't let them see me weakness. Can't let them see me cry. Save me pride. Pain I have to hide. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So yeah, you know, me get my first daughter when me young. You know what I mean? So, you know, she my world. You know, 'cause I never grade my father. And so when I came here to Canada, my first year I decided me not leave her, you know what I mean?
mhm,
I never give this story, but I first me decide to bring it up.
mhm,
Because she's the age now, she at 20. She at 20 right now, you know?
mhm.
So
And you don't even look like you should be having a 20-year-old child, by the way. What the
I'm just
heck?
being,
I'm expecting you to tell me she's 7, you know?
yeah, yeah, I'm being honest, you know? So I figured that like grew up as a rebel where I'm from and you know, people think you're not gonna make it and you know, me give
Mhm,
my mother a lot of problem, to be honest. You know, not my twin, but me. She always have to
mhm,
worry about me, you know what I mean? And so when I was coming to Canada, I tell myself, and God say, you know, I want to be a changed person. I'm
mm,
a daughter. Now do your world fear. I'm not left her behind, you know what I mean? So the
mhm,
first year, I work up on with my assistants and, you know, I'm a helper and she come here. And with the kindness of my aunt, no, me decide to help the mother if you come here for your visit. And things take a toll. So me cutting my ear, why I say that when I came here, That's when
Mm-hmm.
I started to grow my hair because I cut my hair the first time when I get in some problem in Jamaica. So when I go to jail, I cut my hair, right?
Mm.
So on
Hey.
my way here now, I decide so this I'm a fate again. So I grow my hair. But this journey that come along, she come here and there's a chaos in my life, like child support and problems, where people just see me do music and happy, but they wouldn't know the background. I first may I bring up these stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh, I
And
appreciate it.
yeah, so I've been through that as a real father, as a father. And one of my kids them will come out and say that I'm a father, like literal father. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So for me to go through a stressful moment like that because of bitterness, not
Mm-hmm.
something personal, not shots, not of needs for my daughter, anything of the sort. There's
Mm-hmm.
just a thing for it, taunt my life, you know. It's like when my daughter reached that age now and finished college, that's where I like, what? I need a start. For all
Mm.
the jail, the problems, I just did like that refresh
I get
moment
it.
back for myself again, like rejuvenate. And me
Mm-hmm.
decide like, more side, you know. I don't want to bring this burden with me no more. I want to
Reset.
enter this space as a new woman again, free up myself. So
Mm-hmm.
that's where it coming from, you know what I mean?
Wow, that's really
Mm-hmm.
deep. That's really deep. And a lot of people say your hair. There's energy in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you this: when you start the process, and I'm pretty sure you cut the first lock, and you were like, let me think about this for a second, and then you kept going. So when you
No, I
finally,
don't. Okay, I listen. You.
I'm gonna ask you when you finally finished cutting them, how did you feel? What was that feeling?
I am who I am. I am Planky and I'm Jeremy Valentine Sinclair for the record, you know what I mean? And that never break me confident, that never break me for someone look at me. They can look how they want to look at me, but that don't detour me as a person. I'm a Rasta by heart, Rasta by soul, because if I never told her what I go through, that other people just see me as Planky doing music. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's where it really and we don't want to talk about jail and system, but we've been there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
our faith for you going to Babylon system, we should really cut. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like once you go to jail and certain thing, you should
Yeah,
really,
you
so
should.
I don't know how other people learn their thing or, me
Mhm,
come from a tribe where I know that I should just cut me here from a God jail and regrow up. You know what I
mhm,
mean? My stepfather would tell me that, like, cut off a year. But I love me here so much, you know what I mean? So I keep me
mhm,
here for 20 years and I cut it.
mhm. 20 years. Yeah,
Mhm.
because your daughter was born. Did you feel free after you cut them? Like, was it like a relief?
It's more of a withdrawn, like fasting, pray about it. I'm just being honest, lose some weight.
Hmm.
Them thing there because as I say it's a self thing, it's not the people are who are look keen and think like, yo, man cut him here. It's more me in person, working
Hmm.
on me. EP Simba gonna tell you a lot about it. That's why I don't release no song off that EP as yet. I'm
Hmm.
trying to
What
get things the right way for it. So I have a EP coming named Simba. It's all there, the songs and stuff.
I look forward to hearing that. Any ideas when that EP is coming out?
I said date already. I'm not set no more. Why? No, I'm being honest. This EP mean a lot to me,
Yeah,
and as me say, it's from the art, and it's gonna tell the story. So I don't want to rush. I want to write graphics, right type of stuff. To paint that art like from my heart to let people can feel that, and feel where I'm coming from
I
with my
love that.
music.
I love that. When you release it, let me know so I can load it up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But for
Simba.
now, I'm releasing singles. Keep releasing in singles.
I mean, Planky, you remind me of Vibes Cartel a lot in the sense that you are always releasing new music. Like, remember before Cartel went to jail, there was a time when it felt like every day Cartel had a new song out. That's how I feel. Like every time I circle back to your page, there's a new song. I'm like, Lord, here's another one. you know.
Actually, I think the last time I released it was in March.
That's still
One?
not that long ago.
No, for me it's long. I like to
For you, it's
sometime in 1 month or 3 song me have dropped, man. Mm.
so you say you're taking a break right from
No,
March to
actually it's
July.
not break, as I said, right
You
now,
see,
to be real, as I said now when it go back to Unity, so I go to take a sip a few times. I like the energy there, as an artist, I start to follow it up, right?
mm-hmm,
Just by going, support, whatever. Not knowing everyone per se, but there's one person that saw me there and picked me out. But
mm-hmm.
artist, da 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 da.
Why not just you go on the stage?
Not even on the stage, just see me there and approach me. And I say, oh, me never see you there. Push up, forget the mic yet, and come see
Mhm,
everybody perform all the time and do them thing, but me just have all that energy.
mhm,
And by me, as me say, and even though me just tell him someone be my road manager because that's what me like energy work. Just natural.
yeah.
Not be forced on, not be sit down and say you want to be this. I like to
Mhm,
see things in action, you know what I mean? If I don't know him, he don't know me per
mhm,
se. But we getting to know each other and we just love how everything is. And when him say you're a part of Take a Sip family, as an artist, I'm like, yo, this is something I wanted. I wanted to grow with a set of people. Like I want to grow with a brand. I want to grow with something. When other
yes.
artists would that tell us, oh yeah, buy them people, oh not do this, oh yeah, regular your thing, oh you go there every Thursday, but they don't understand like
They
one
don't get it.
unknown club. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm not take a sip, but I post take a sip. And people see it, people react, and they will share it back, and they're fancy that I share it, and you get some love. You know what I
Mhm,
mean? So it's all algorithm. It work
mhm,
for you, it work for them in
mhm,
good faith, right? So a lot of people, so that's what I'm saying. I have to understand and grow.
mhm. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. I love seeing the direction you're going in, and and I love that you're moving off of energy. Energy is huge, right? So energy doesn't lie, and it doesn't change. So
Never.
you know you go off of the energy. You can't go wrong with that. So I look forward to seeing all the big things you do. I'm looking forward to the release of Simba. It feels like I have a thought process, but once you release the EP, you have to come back and we'll talk about the EP because I
Yeah, and
have a thought process on it, but I'm gonna wait.
yeah,
You know,
our single that coming up right now is Game. No,
game.
actually, see, that's what I tell you about me now. Me have a song a drop, I think on the 18. Me never know me own a song name, that's how busy me is. Alright, so I have a song releasing on the 18th. I gotta recheck on that. My bad, my people, sorry about that. But we have a next single coming up soon. I'm about to shoot the video just now. Me and Empress Lady again at it games. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So, yeah, this one is game.
You
So
dropped a preview on that, something like recently. I think I
no, there's nothing from it. We keep it close. We don't want no copycat steal anything.
Minarangi,
So
you know,
yeah, so
Minarangi.
that one is more of a Afro style and big up Seven Gates Records is a Toronto based producer, Seven Gate Record. He's the one that producing that one.
Big up Seven Gates and Box Nation as well.
Yeah man, Strike One Production.
Right Productions. Empress Haley, I don't know.
Every
You know,
time.
every time one hummingbird. Um,
Not two.
not two, just one. Just one.
Oh.
I see that God is slowly turning off his light. So he's saying, listen, man, you have to make the man go do what he might do. So God's like, listen, you have to come down now. Um, so I wanna say thank you so much for being on the show. I'm gonna ask you, where can your fans find your music? If they're looking for Planky, how do they find your music?
Honestly, easiest way I could tell my fans and all the people on your platform and in the world, just go on your favorite app and type in Planky Dan.
See there?
Whether you use iTunes, these, or whatever you use, just go in it and type in Planky Dan and you'll find
I
me.
love that. Is everywhere. Plankidan is everywhere like air. You see
Yes, man. Multiculture,
mm,
One
one
Dan.
done. The please. Yes. Thank you so much. Big up to you. Big up to your family. And when you drop Simba, may I circle and find you. You have to come back on the show.
Yeah, man. Simba is a must for sure. And I will be connecting with all the social media platform. So I glad you say that because before I drop it, I want to make sure I get it out the right way. So I have my prior interviews to drop it the right way too. You know what I mean? So yeah, we're there putting in the work.
Yeah, I know you're big and serious things. You see,
All right, and blessings, other
all the
love.
love,
Thanks to everyone that listening and watching. Blessings to you all. I spirit to the light spirit, never shy spirit, the bright spirit. With a G.
energy, love it. Oh, and one thing before you go, Planky, me need a
Yep.
dub plate for me, sure. Me need it.
Just text me the name and info and everything good.
Thank you. All
All right,
right, blessings.
blessings. Cheers,
Cheers, cheers.
cheers.
Look more. That was Planky Done in the place. Um, amazing conversation. Amazing conversation. All right, so you know what? We're gonna run a Planky tune. I have it on my list. The song that I'm gonna play. Da 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 da. This time, Empress Lele featuring Planky Done. So let's put that in, and we're gonna run that. But yes, you see, change. It's all about perspective. How are you feeling? You know, how do you manage? How do you manage the change as it comes? Hold on, did I do that properly? Let me try this again. All right, I'm gonna just copy this. Yes, I'm trying to pull up the song for you. Trying to pull up the song. Let me see where I'll go on with this. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do my thing. Gonna share this, but this is this time Empress Lele featuring Planky Don.
Holy Spirit. Plank it down.
Look here, if when you come, you don't see me, I got me gone.
Just think about what we have, baby. We're not gonna make you left me.
Gonna pack my bags this time, I'm leaving and you can't stop me.
What that you say?
If you hold me, it's a crime, that means you are trying to kidnap me. You feel me, never did know. Your phone me lock, but it's sure.
Stop your joking.
Message dropping, but you not answer. And you get where you got out the road. Why now make up, just pull up. And me Uber, just pull up. And me now wheel and come back again. Cause man like you is a problem.
Baby, your pain won't heal. Not perfect, but still, me have the best deal. Too jealous and your mind and play tricks and the things so you feel don't real. Baby, cool, you're too petty.
You never know.
And if you left me tonight, you will regret it. It's a WhatsApp group and me don't need to check it. You what torment me till me sweaty. You want me holding up my phone up, no. You not trust me and that's low. And if I saw the things set up, just let me go. Cause trust is a two-way road.
Why not make up, just pull up. And me Uber, just pull up. And me now wheel and come back again. Cause man like you is a problem.
Baby, your pain won't heal. Not perfect, but still, me have the best deal. Too jealous and your mind a play tricks and the things that you feel don't real.
Gonna pack my bags this time, I'm leaving and you can't stop me.
You ain't going nowhere.
If you hold me, it's a crime, that means you are trying to kidnap me.
Oh, you prove
You
that.
feel me, never did know. You phone me lock, but it's sure.
Sure.
Message dropping, but you not answer. And you get who you have out the
Just a
road.
friend, man.
Why now make up, just pull up. And me Uber, just pull up.
Weird.
And me now wheel and come back again. Cause man like you is a problem.
Baby, your pain won't heal. Not perfect, but still, me have the best deal. Too jealous and your mind a play tricks and the things so you feel don't real. Baby, cool, you're too petty. And if you left me tonight, you will regret it. It's a WhatsApp group and me don't need to check it. You will torment me till me sweaty. Planky then. Bass Nation. Exactly. High spirit.
All right, we're gonna run Did I unmute my mic? I did. All right, we're gonna run cheers, cheers, because it is one of the most played songs, Planky says. So here is cheers, cheers.
A Planky dad. The girl them love me green apple. Hey. No boring braffing. Buy a girl a liquor, buy your brother a liquor. Let's brah. Watch out now. Lift a buckle. Cheers, cheers. Lift a mug. Cheers, cheers. A little broth. Cheers, cheers. Happy hour, no tears. Lift a buckle. Cheers, cheers. Lift a mug. Cheers, cheers. A little broth. Cheers, cheers. Happy hour, no tears. Friends and family will link in. Pull up on your foot, then ask what you're drinking. Jug the mug, left the girl with a sip thing. Whistle out to a slim thing. Me get a big grin. Bar active, next location. God bless you, me no par with pagan. Some of them too loud in a sin. Watch out for friends with dolly and pin. Lift a buckle, cheers, cheers. Lift a mug, cheers, cheers. A little broth, cheers, cheers. Happy hour, no tears. Lift a buckle, cheers, cheers. Lift a mug, cheers, cheers. A little broth, cheers, cheers. Happy hour, no tears. Something on the rock and a beach wave. Inna me shorts and socks like beach rave. And me still say rasta, me no clean shave. Me a book some boy, then a one page. Yeah, me a walk with right and shoot by my side. Still I see I son live a virtuous life. Me girl can be the indecent type. She have to respect herself and respect I. Lift a buckle, cheers, cheers. Lift a mug, cheers, cheers. A little broth, cheers, cheers. Happy hour, no tears. Lift a buckle, cheers, cheers. Lift a mug, cheers, cheers. A little broth, cheers, cheers. Happy hour, no tears. Friends and family will link in. Pull up on your foot, then ask what you're drinking. Jug the mug, left the girl with a sip thing. Whistle out to a slim thing. Me get a big grin. Bar active, next location. Next location. Next location.
Cheers, cheers. Yes, yes. Lift a buckle. Cheers, cheers. And it could be a buckle of water. It could be anything, you don't know. Big up Planky, thank you for that amazing, amazing interview. Now me I go back into my music, going back in my little rhythm. All right. So change. Inevitable. So there is a hold on. All right. So embracing change makes it easier to go through it. So if the change comes, and even if it's something that you're like, oh, I don't like this thing, or I don't want this thing, if you embrace it, it makes it easier for you to be able to go through it. And let me take a moment before I continue to say big up to Instagram with all the comments, and big up to TikTok with all the likes and the diamonds and the gifts. Why? The roses, Fire Done, Alvin Al, Reggae Nights, all the people out there. Thank you for all of the love that you've shown me. Why? I feel the love. All right. So if we embrace change, it makes life easier. So for example, like I announced, or I said to Planky, when I decided to leave the artist, I did it with a positive heart. And because of that, and I embraced it with a form of positivity, which then allowed that positivity to radiate forth. Because if you hear that something is changing and you didn't cultivate that change, you might not take it in a good way. But if we're out here embracing change as it comes, it makes it easier for us to move forward and to continue on. It goes back to that life is 20% what happens and 80% how you take it and how you perceive it. So there's actually something called the 5 C's of change. I didn't even know this, people, but there's actually something called the 5 C's of change. And if you think about it, we actually do go through this. We just probably didn't know what it was called. But there's clarity, communication, collaboration, culture, and commitment. So this offers a comprehensive yet flexible approach to managing change. So clarity. If I know the change is happening, what is the change? What is changing? What is going to be different? That gives me, all right, I know this thing is coming. I know I'm going to do this change. Communication. So if there's, let's say there's a detour, they're going to work on the road on in the path that you take to get to work, say for example, and that it's happening, the dates that it's happening. You go and you hit your communication. All right, so I know that this is happening. So maybe if somebody's driving me, or if I take the bus is going to tell me the new route that they're taking in order to get me to where I got to be. So maybe I got to go to a new bus stop or whatever. Collaboration. I'm working with, my app that's going to tell me the new route to get to where I want to get to. Culture. All right. So I know that this route is going to take me an extra 5 minutes to get to work. So instead of leaving at my normal time, you know what? Maybe I'm going to leave 10 minutes earlier. I'm creating that culture of being the owner of the change. I didn't decide that they should cut up the road, but hey, they're cutting up the road. I got to get to work. There's a new way for me to get there. I'm going to take that path. I'm collaborating, right? Or I've created that culture. I'm in that culture, that mind space that this is what it is. This is what we're doing. Let's move forward with it. Commitment. Now there's the actually getting up on time or getting up earlier, leaving earlier in order to take that new path to get to work. It makes it easier. Instead of, maybe you go up and down that route every day and you don't pay attention to the signs and the warnings and the things that are coming. And then all of a sudden one day, bam, there's all this construction, all this traffic. And you're like, what? What is this change? And you're angry about it. You're late for work and all this stuff. You're aggravated. Whereas, if you just handle those 5 C's, you go through the 5 C's of change, and that could be in any type of change. It'll help you to get through it easier. There's also a thing called change management, which really, let's be honest, they put all these names on these things that we probably do or we need to learn how to do in order for us to be able to find ways to make it through change. So change management breaks it down as well. So successful change management relies on 4 core principles, right? So we're not talking about the 5 C's of change. Now we're looking at the 4 core principles of change management or managing change. What are they? Number 1, understanding the change. Sound familiar? Communication. Understanding the change. Planning the change. That's number 2. Implement the change. Communicate the change. Doesn't that sound very familiar to the 5 C's of change? Do you see a pattern here? Thank you, Evanel, for all the hearts. Appreciate it. Do you see a pattern here? So when we respond to change, don't. Okay, so sorry. Gather your thoughts, Angela. All right. If we respond to change instead of reacting to it, it also makes it easier. So what is responding versus reacting? Well, if I'm responding, there's a more controlled, it gives a connotation that there's a more controlled approach to it. So, the change is happening and I'm going to go ahead and respond to the change by doing things in my world in order to make that change easier for me, because it's all about me and what I need, right? It's all about my needs, and you should be the same. It should be all about your needs. If you make sure that you handle your needs, you go forward into the world a happier person, right? Versus me reacting to the change. Oh my gosh, this thing, and I don't like it, and I can't stand this, and right? 2 different energies. And I mean, for me personally, I'm gonna try not to live in the negative side of the world. I'm gonna try to live in the positive. And I find as I walk through that path, things just change happens. Positive change, and if it's change that's not perceived as positive, I still make it work. You make it work, right? So, if I could give you any advice, and just even based off of my own experience, I'm not an expert. I'm just someone having a conversation with you. I would say respond to change as opposed to react to change. So if the change happens, you know it's happening. You respond to it accordingly so that you can come out with a more level-headed, mindset, or a happier mindset, so to speak. Happier, quote, air quotes, as opposed to just reacting to it, right? Responding is more of it just gives off a proactive approach. All right, you said that there's this change coming. I'm going to react to this change, right? I'm going to respond to this change. I'm sorry. I'm going to respond to this change as opposed to I'm going to just freak out and crash out because of this change. Yeah, there's a difference, right? There's definitely a difference. So what makes a person change? People make changes for various reasons. Some of the things that I found was an increased self-understanding. So, maybe now I realize that there's something in my life that I want to change, and in order for me to be happier or live happier, I have to pay attention to what my spirit or myself is saying to me, and actually go and create that change, cultivate that change. When individuals gain a deeper understanding of themselves, their strengths, their weaknesses, and their impact on others, they often identify aspects they want to improve. Right? So I'm going to read that one more time. Increased self-understanding. So when individuals gain a deeper understanding of themselves, their strengths, their weaknesses, and impact on others, they often identify aspects they want to improve. So for me, for example, I listened to my podcast on Spotify. Big up Spotify. I listened to my podcast on Spotify, and I was able to pick up on weaknesses in my own podcast. And I decided that I want to change those elements because I want to give you, my viewers and my listeners, a better experience when you come to the Big and Serious podcast, whether it's on a Thursday. So whether you're here with me live or you're here with me after the fact on your own best time, I want to give you the best experience ever. So I realized my weaknesses during that podcast episode, and I decided to make changes in order to make it a better show for you. So yeah, change. Listen, man, change is gonna happen. Change gonna come, and we got to just work through it, navigate it. Now, there's also a reason why people will make a change. They have a heightened awareness of others. So that could come in many different ways, right? So I have an awareness of the individuals around me, and for whatever reason, I have to make a change. It doesn't have to be a negative change. It could be a positive change. But because I've become more aware of the individuals around me, I'm going to make a change. So for me, for example, I'll throw an example out there. With my partner, there were things that I would do or I would say, and he would react to it. And then one day, out of the blue, he flipped it and he said the same thing, or he used the same method on me. And I immediately was like, oh, that's how it feels, eh? Yeah, I don't like that. Let me not put him through that anymore. Right? So it was a heightened awareness of him, which caused me then to implement that change. Right? Big things, these changes. And then, of course, there's your internal drive. So like for me, for example, I'm going to hit a milestone birthday next year, God willing. And the goodness just wants to wear skimpy clothes. So I am implementing changes in my life. How I eat, how I move my body, how I rest my body, how I use my brain for like different activities in order to be where I want to be when I hit that milestone birthday. So yeah, that's change. So just to recap it, change is going to happen. It is guaranteed in life. Change is when we alter, vary, modify, or become like we change it in some way. We either change the whole thing or we change a piece of it, but essentially change has happened. There are the 5 C's of change, right? Clarity, communication, collaboration, culture, and commitment. Change management breaks it down. So there's 4 principles: understanding the change, planning the change, implementing the change, and communicating the change, right? If we respond to change as opposed to react to it, it makes it easier in our lives. So, the thing that is changing might not be something that you like, but if you can put yourself in a position where you respond as opposed to react, it will be an easier street for you to go down. And then, of course, understanding why people change. So whether it's I have a heightened understanding of myself, or I have a more of an awareness of others, or there's just something internally that is driving me to change. Like for me, for example, with this podcast, I was like, listen, I want to be like, I'm just thinking cartoons and action figures in my head, and like a spawn of, I want to be like a spawn of like Autobots. When Optimus Prime would be like, Autobots, what does he say? He's like, when they gotta go, or when Lionel from Thundercats says, Thundercats, ho, and they all just rush out. That's what I wanted the podcast to be like. Yo, this Big and Serious podcast is everywhere. Like, how you everywhere? Like, I can see you, I can hear you, like, you everywhere. Yeah. I had to make a change in order to make that happen, right? All right, we got 9 minutes left in this show, and I got 2 more songs to run. So I interviewed this gentleman, and hopefully if that recording hasn't erased, you will hear it on Spotify. But this gentleman gave me an amazing interview as well. You know what? I'm going to be honest. All the interviews I've had, listen, I'm Angie Goodas, okay? I give very good interviews. I'm gonna toot my own horn because I can and I will. So yeah, Clever Roots, big up yourself. Here, let me just big up yourself. This song is Jaliv by Clever Roots. Wait, let me turn this music off. I'm learning this dance, people. I will get it down. I promise you. I will make it happen. I will make it right, okay? Oops. I didn't press share. Maybe I'm getting tired. Who knows? But anyway, Jaliv, Clever Roots. Let's go.
And don't be a dread. Remember, say Rastafari live, Rastafari never dead. I say Isis to the King of Zion. You see it? Our clever roots to the world. Yes, 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 yes. Whoja bless? No man curse. Yo, Jaliv, I can see tomorrow. Jaliv, I can face the world, and I know that Rastafari rules creation. Yes, I know that I rules iration. Yes, Jah rise I up in the morning, guide I safe through the day. No matter with no fussing and fighting, just keep it positive, I say.
Look at the struggles that we've been through. Jah make we die the same way. I love you, my Lord and Savior. I sing this one for you today. Jah live, I can see tomorrow. Jah live, I can face the world. And I know that Rastafari rules creation. Yes, I know that highly I rules iration. We not be worrying our fret. Jah take I from the low to the highest. I see it in my vision, everything so set. I a go and work hard every day and do my best. And waiting for my blessing manifest. I know little time them draw me out and put me to the test. Always doing my homework so me have to pass the test. Highly intelligent, no illiterate, they tell them Jah live, I can see tomorrow. Jah live, I can face the world. And I know that Rastafari rules creation. Yes, I know that highly I rules iration. When them did it when we a look a sponsor. Call them phone, enough of them no answer. Write email, enough of them no answer. I keep building myself cause I am a Rasta. The faith that I have is now push over. This a rhythm ya is sweet like a Casanova. Man them reggae chat me bubbling over. Man sell out for no Benz and Rover. Jah live, I can see tomorrow. Jah live, I can face the world. And I know that Rastafari rules creation. Yes, I know that highly I rules
That stop is so abrupt. I gotta work on that. I gotta figure this out. I will figure it out. Yeah, so how can you find Miss Goodas? You can find me on most streaming platforms at Angie Goodas. You can also find me on Instagram at Angie Goodas with 2 Z's. On Spotify and SoundCloud, you can find me under the Big and Serious podcast. That's me. That's me. Yeah, it's really interesting going through change, being a creator of change, making decisions that affect other people, and understanding that when you make these decisions and you communicate them, you got to do it effectively. You got to show compassion because people often don't like change. It's not really common for people to embrace it. I think there's a culture where we are starting to now move forward in embracing change and what it brings and the possibilities that it could carry. But for the most part, people don't like change. So if you are the creator of change, whatever that change is for somebody, be mindful of how you communicate that change to the people that are affected. Show some compassion to people. Be kind when you're implementing these changes. It'll just make your journey that much more easier, as you navigate through these things. I'm gonna play one last song. 3 minutes left on the show, and this song, this song is I love this song, and you know what? We should all be cashy. I mean, money it's important. It is the means by which we get the things that we want or the things that we need, and the ability to actually live, and live somewhere. It is just one of those things that's required. So instead of I gotta let this commercial go by, but instead of not liking the change and wishing that the change would go away, we're better off if we just
able to build anything.
If we just
by thinking
communicate
about
it better.
Meet Base 44.
Hold on, let me get rid of
a complete AI creation.
There we go. Okay. And move forward. as we communicate the change to others. Just be kind about it, be nice about it. But we need the money, and so we're gonna be cashy, and we're gonna let K Music sing that for us.
Find my waist, me have me dirty money. Nah, sponge pan a boy can't take it, tell me. Oh, you mean? No good them for cash it. Anything me want buy that. Not for take me nookie that shit. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I got it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Without the strings, me have me things. Oh, money, I got it. Anything for me, I got it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Me have me things. Every cashy, boy. Cashy, every cashy. Independent girl round here. Now respond a boy like no cheer. Bro, girl get the coat a year. Me nah ask Christ, God know already. Me kitty bless and it enough for everybody. It's not a broke girl situation. If a boy put shit, not gonna be no sufferation. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I got it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Without the strings, me have my things. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I bought it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things, me have my things. Money in my pocket, me know for stock it. Then love for chat a lot, tell them for lock it. Hard lock, pan wheel, I saw my money firm. Give them a page out of my book, it up, then I gotta learn. Wine my waist, me have my dirty money. Nah, sponge pan a boy, can't take it, tell me. The goodie them for cashy. Anything I want buy that, not for take me no kid that shit. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I got it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Without the strings, me have my things. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I bought it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Me have my things. Cashy, every cashy, boy. Cashy, every cashy. Cashy, every cashy, boy. Cashy, every cashy. Go to the one you have padlock, pan wheel, I saw my money firm. Give them a page out of my book, it up, then I gotta learn. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I got it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Without the strings, me have my things. Money, I got it. Anything for me, I bought it. Yeah, you must buy me nice things. Me have my things. Cashy, every cashy, boy. Cashy, every cashy. Cashy, every cashy, boy.
Cashy, every cashy, boy. Yeah, a true shit talk. Yo, what after what after cashy. Anyway, people, you don't know, I'm not forget to forget work tomorrow on gym and all them things there, and make sure to take care of my body and my mental health and all them something there, because if I don't take care of me, I can't be here talking to you. Anyway, thank you for being here as always. Spotify, SoundCloud, maybe Amazon Music. We're thinking about it. We'll see what going. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. You don't know. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Planky done. Thank you for Thank you for an amazing interview. Big up to Ludford Shipping. Yeah. I'm out. Talk about my business now. And wait, hold on. Let me do this properly. I got to figure out how to do all this properly, but I'm going to do it properly. You don't know. But I really appreciate love you and everything. And yeah, gonna be nice. And if you can't be good, well, be good. But if you can't be good, don't hurt nobody, okay? Don't hurt nobody. It's not worth it. It's not cool. Don't do it.